Hello, Gun Nation. Big Johnson at you. All right, we will give it a couple of seconds. Let me know if y'all can hear me and see me and all that good stuff, because I am in a hotel and I want to make sure we're all good. So throw something out there. I'm checking both of these to make sure that we're good to go. Uh-oh. Can y'all hear me and see me? Let me know. Let me know. I think we are. Yep, looks like we are. Hello, everyone. Had some really good comments. Ranger said we had to start, so I'm starting. 17 was going to join, but he is stuck somewhere, and KS is going to be off tonight. He's got some stuff he's taking care of, so I will mute the phone and we will get this cranking. I've got a bunch of questions here that I've been asked, so I'm going to go over those. And I know that, yeah, music, I'm solo tonight for right now. 17 might join a little later, but I'm going to be answering a ton of questions, y'all's questions, some questions I've been asked. I've got them all written down. I just went through and wrote them all down. So you must be working. That's good. Yeah, Mr. Pete, I've been working for, gosh, about a month, and this is my first travel. So, all right. Ranger asked this question earlier, so I'm going to answer it, and I'll pop it up here. How long was your wait on your cans? All right. What I recommend doing, if you're going, you're going to buy some cans and you're able to do multiple cans at one time, do the whole purchase at that time. Do all of your cans or 2 or 3 cans, because what I found out is when they're going through and doing your cans, if you purchase them on the same day, or if you purchase them, they go through and they look to see if you have any other cans in the system, and they'll do all of them at one time. So when I got my cans, I had purchased 2 on the same day, and matter of fact, it was like on my birthday, I believe. And so I purchased the 2 cans, and then when I got the cans in, I got to pick up both of the cans. So they're trying to go through the system and do all of your cans at the same time. That's what I've been told, and that was per the ATF, all this other mess. So it took 5.5 months to get my cans. But the good thing is, if you go to if you buy your cans from a range, that they'll let you come in. Most of them will let you come in and do conjugal visits, where you can go in and shoot them and use your own cans. Just check them out with your driver's license, and of course you can't leave with them, but you take them back. They'll give your driver's license back, and you can kind of have conjugal visits with your cans. So that's always a good thing. So that worked out well for me. And what's funny is I purchased them and then I just put it out of my head. I didn't even think about them. I would just go shoot them and not even think about the wait. And it actually went pretty fast. The 5.5 months went by pretty damn quickly. So that was a good thing. All right, let's see here. Scott, what are we not getting an appearance from Honest Outlaw? I have invited Honest to be on a couple of times. He's been super swamped with work and stuff, so he's had to decline, but I've been inviting him. So, next time you leave a comment, tell him Big J's been inviting you. But I know he's busy too. He runs his own company, so stuff like that, everybody gets early. Yep, Bald, it's just me tonight. Yeah, Freddie, we're talking about suppressor cans. That's just an easy way to call it, is cans. Pistol Pete, that is something that I have said forever. They're just, reducing sound. We have to have mufflers and catalytic converters on our cars and trucks. So why can't we have a muffler and a converter on a gun? Period. Simple, end of sentence. It's ridiculous. It's stupid. It's an accessory. It doesn't, make it go faster. It doesn't do anything illegal. And it's not hush quiet. People think that you don't hear anything. You still hear noise. So it's not like in the movies. It's real life. Let's see. Hey, what's up, Ohio Gear? Appreciate all y'all being on and joining this evening. Yeah, I know. Lawmakers, that's the thing about lawmakers, guy comment. Lawmakers think that everything that they hear and see in the movies, or they're told, like clipazines, and all this other stuff, 5,000, rate of fire and all this other crap. Anything they hear, they just regurgitate that garbage. And that's how all this false crap gets out there. if they knew anything about guns, or they took the time to go shoot guns, or hell, some of them, if they even asked their bodyguards, they might know how guns work, but they don't. They just assume crap. And you know what they say about assuming? It makes an ass of you and me. So I think they should do their freaking homework. Hello, Al Osborne. How are you? All right, let's get into some questions. And I want to know from y'all too. I've been asked, this is a weird question, but I thought it was kind of funny because nobody's ever asked this. What is my favorite bands or my favorite music? What do I listen to? Because I travel a lot, so I drive down the road. I always have my Sirius on, so I've got music cranked up, and I'm listening to the music if I'm not on the phone. But just curious, what kind of music do y'all like? Or is there favorite bands that you have? And I've got a few. My favorite music is kind of like old, it's kind of like old rock or classic rock, I guess you could say. I really love the Eagles. That's one of my favorite bands. I like some of the old hair band stuff, like Motley Crue and, stuff like that, AC/DC. Listen to a little bit of the old school rap way back in the day. I don't really listen to it that much, and all this new stuff is garbage. And I really like country, George Strait, a lot of those type bands. The new country is not really country. It's kind of like pop country, but I still listen to some of it. And let's see here. What is his name? Golly, I just drew a blank. I didn't have his name written down, but Tennessee Whiskey is one of his songs. Chris Stapleton. I really like Chris Stapleton a lot. ELO, Electric Light Orchestra. I remember them. Led Zeppelin, yeah, metal. I listen to metal. I used to listen to it all the time. Blues, Stevie Ray Vaughan is awesome. I actually met Stevie Ray Vaughan. This is a really weird story. There used to be a club in Deep Ellum in downtown Dallas area, or Deep Ellum if y'all are familiar with it, but it's called the Blind Lemon. And I was in high school, and a friend of ours was in college, and he was in a college band, and they did kind of like Stevie Ray Vaughan music, stuff like that, kind of like that. And so it was the thing, if the band could get more people in there to buy drinks and stuff, they would get paid more. So they invited a whole bunch of us down there. So the football guys and all of us went down there. We were watching them, and they were playing, and I kept looking over in the corner, and I saw this guy, and I was like, man, he sure is dressed weird. He had conchos on and big old brimmed hat, leather jacket, and it was hot outside. And anyway, they invited him up on stage to play with them, and it was actually Stevie Ray Vaughan. I had no idea because he was facing away from us, and he went up on stage and he played 3 songs with them. And then shortly after that, he died in a helicopter crash. So it was really, or I think it was, yeah, shortly after that, he died in a helicopter crash. So that was really a crazy deal. And I had no idea that was Stevie Ray Vaughan. After he finished his drink, just slammed it down, walked out the door. And that was pretty awesome. Yeah. Okay, so Ranger met him too. That's awesome. I didn't meet him face to face. He was probably 20 feet from me. Steppenwolf, Colt Ford, classic rock, 70s, blues. Yeah, they had some good music, man. Fleetwood Mac. I am Muhammad from Iraq. Hello, Muhammad from Iraq. All right, let's see here. So I thought that was a pretty cool question because I've never been asked that. What is a YouTube channel that I'm really into now? And I don't know if y'all watch them, but I've really taken a liking to them. They do great reviews. They kind of do different reviews. There's 2 guys. One is a competition shooter, I guess maybe ex-competition shooter, but he's won championships and stuff like that. And then the other one is like a military journalist guy, and it's called 9 Hole Reviews. Don't know if you've ever heard of this channel, but it's called 9 and then a dash Holes Reviews. But man, they do some really great reviews. I've subbed to them for, I guess, a while now, and I've been watching them. They do a really, really good job. So if you want to check out a channel, 9 Hole Reviews is one I can recommend. That's the one I've been watching a lot of recently. Did Portland go completely communist? It's like they are in a different world. Romans, I have been to Portland. probably 3 times, and it's weird there. I mean, it is. Portland is almost like Austin now. Um, they just it's a lot of homeless people, and they just pop up tents in the middle of the highways, like in the medians, and that's where they live, and the city just lets them live there. Doesn't matter if there's traffic around or not; they just let them do what they want to do. Matter of fact, they used to have signs up that said, "We will help anyone. We will take in anyone." It's kind of like they'll take in strays, and nothing against homeless people. Homeless people, they're everywhere. I understand that, but man, you got to keep your city in check. And it doesn't seem just like Portland. It's all these liberal areas. They're just letting people run amok and do what they want to do, and that's not right. I mean, they need to nip this crap in the butt because it's only going to get worse and worse and worse. And by telling police that you can't carry your guns and you can only carry pepper spray and you can only carry this, criminals and bad people carry more weapons than that. So, I mean, our police need to be protected, and they need to nip this crap in the butt and vote those people out because it's going to keep happening. Oh boy. 1776 is a Taylor Swift guy. KS is probably a Katy Perry fan. I don't know about all that. I've never asked him what kind of music. Well, I know what KS listens to because I've been to his house before and we've listened to some music. He actually has really good taste in music, and he was a drummer for a long time. So, Pink Floyd is awesome. What is happening in Austin? Same stuff. I mean, the governor needs to nip that crap in the butt too. But the mayor there is liberal. I mean, Austin is a weird place too. That's what I was saying earlier. It is. It's not the Austin I remember. It is definitely not the Austin I remember. Let's see here. Well, these are flying now. Let's see here. The leftists have destroyed Seattle. I've been to Seattle many times too. It's crazy. KS likes a rush. Yep. I like pistols, not prejudice. That's awesome music. That's actually a really good saying. It is. All guns matter. I guess we could start saying that too. All right. I have been asked about the ammo shortage also. What do I think about the ammo shortage? Well, I think it sucks. I think we all can agree on that. It is very difficult to find ammo at a lot of places. And if you find it, it's sky high. I'm not one that, and I've preached this and preached this forever. Don't wait until there becomes a shortage. Have ammo readily available. And then you can just minimize your shooting. I've got quite a few rounds of everything. Matter of fact, I had ordered 1,000 rounds of 308, and it just came in the other day. So I've got 1,000 more rounds of that. But I don't wait till I get down to nothing, or even 1,000 rounds. I don't wait till I get to 1,000 rounds low. I mean, I keep trying to supply it. The prices now are crazy. I mean, I'm seeing 9mm 115 grain ammo going for $500 for 1,000 rounds. That stuff used to be like 169. I mean, it's insane. It is insane. Yeah, and ammo reloading supplies. A lot of people are asking about that. I went into H&H. They are an ammo, or they sell reloading components, and they're out of all of their Dillons. They're out of like the regular gauges. They're out of primers, small primers, from what I understand. Because I was even asking for primers. I was like, hey, got any 9mm small primers? And they were like, no, we're out. So, we just have to keep holding on. And I don't see it getting any better personally, because that was the other question, with this ammo shortage, do I see it getting better? I don't see it getting any better. And probably until after the elections. Anytime that we've had an election, ammo is weird. But now we've got COVID, we've got rioting, we've got new gun buyers, we've got all of this other stuff going on. And a lot of the new gun buyers had no ammo. So now they're freaking out and buying up all the ammo for the regular people. They're not the only cause of it. I'm not trying to say that. I welcome new gun owners, but you know, it's just the manufacturers can't keep up. So that's what's happening. Yeah, let's see here. Hang on one second. All right. Putin is loving this. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, primers. And I was going to say, even for the guys who are manufacturing the ammo right now, they're having a hard time keeping up too. Did I get him out of here? I was trying to make sure I did. Sorry about that, guys. You know, we get crazy people in here sometimes. I want to make sure that I got him out of here. All right, I think I did. If he comes back or someone else comes back, holler at me. Yes, I've heard the primers, and like I said, I'm not a reloading person, but I've heard that they're getting crazy to find too. I have friends who reload, and they've loaded up, but make sure. But I think that after this election, you know, depending on who wins, I think it's going to be kind of crazy for a while too. I don't think the ammo is ever going to go back down to what we're used to. Hopefully, it will level out maybe, you know, 2 or 3 months after the election. But if you find some, I would recommend getting it. You know, don't give an arm and a leg for it, but you know, buy it. Nope, here's another one. Golly, where are these people coming from? Wow, man, what is going on? Hang on, guys. We've got trolls in here like crazy. What in the heck is going on? I'm trying to block them out, but they keep jumping in here. This person must have 19 accounts. Yeah, they're still trying to, they're blocked now, but they're still trying to throw up comments and it keeps blocking them. Did I upset or yeah, who knows? Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I was going to say, I will set up some wrenches for some people. I'll do this afterwards. Yeah, see, Kim, I'm trying to catch them all. Like, apparently we had 5. I was blocking trolls left and right. Okay, let's get on with the questions. If y'all see any more people, let me know. Let's see here. I had some people, and this was actually a common question. How do I pick the companies that I choose to work with? What I choose is products that I personally will use and use. That is who I choose to work with. Just because you make a part or you make a product doesn't mean I'm going to work with you on it. I have declined several people reaching out to me and companies reaching out to me saying, hey, will you do this product or show our product? And, you know, they've even offered to pay me. And I've said no, because they're not products that I'm going to use in my normal carry rotation. They're not products that I would ever use. I mean, for me to, you know, come on and say, hey, look at this, look at that, or take it out of the box and go, hey, this is awesome. I don't do that. I test all the products that I use and that I recommend. And then after I like them or I think that they're going to hold up, then I'll recommend them. And then if a company likes what I did and I like what they're making, then I might choose to work with them. But I've told a lot of companies no right off the bat. So I don't work with just anybody. So that was one of the questions I was asked. Also, do I have affiliate links? Yes. I do have some affiliate links. Some I don't. I just like their product, so I recommend them. And some I like their product, and I've been with them for a long time, so they've offered an affiliate link. Which an affiliate link, if you don't know what that is, it could be like 5%, 2% of whatever the sale is comes back to the channel to put into the channel. You know, it's not a ton of money, trust me, and I'm not in it for the money. But if I like the product and I've been with them for a while and I have faith in the product and they choose to give me an affiliate link, then I'll pass that on to the customer or onto the subscriber. If I don't, I don't, you know. That's kind of how I do it. Yeah, I don't sell my sold. I've been offered free guns. You know, hey, here's a gun if you want to check it out. They're not guns that I'm personally interested in. So, and they're not the quality that I would want. So why the hell would I want y'all to do it or use it? Let's see here. All right, Big J, what's the Trash Panda sitting on right now? Strongly considering one for my 308. I have shot the Trash Panda on the POF 308. I have shot it on another surprise that y'all don't even know, or excuse me, I have put it on another item that y'all haven't seen or I haven't posted. I haven't even talked about it. I've had it for about a week, and I've got a cherry bomb on it. I've got the cherry bomb on my 5.56. I have about 6 cherry bombs, and that's the neat thing about the cherry bombs. You can put the cherry bombs on, and then you can just move it around. It's really easy to move it around. I'm not going to get 19 suppressors. That's just not me. So I, chose to do the cherry bomb route because they're $60 or $65 something for the cherry bombs versus some of these others that are $115, $120, and $130. And it adds a lot of weight. The cherry bombs are not heavy at all. They're super light. So those are the ones that I use. So I've got them set up. It's set up where it'll go on about 5 or 6 rifles right now. I have noticed, Athena, I have noticed a shortage on repair parts. A lot of Glock parts that normally stores carry Glock parts. A lot of those parts are gone. Also, if you check on the internet, a lot of bolt carrier groups are being bought up. Even, I don't know if y'all know this, but like grips for AR pistols and AR rifles, grips are being bought up. Just go on and just start looking at different things, and you'll see out of stock, out of stock, out of stock, out of stock. It's amazing what people are buying. They're just loading up on everything. So, yeah, Pistol Pete, I've been endorsing CZ for a long time, and if I had an affiliate with CZ, affiliate link with CZ, I'd probably be a rich man. I've sold a ton of CZs. Anyone ever tried a Muddy River holster? Try them. They are good. I got one and I'm happy. Romans, I never have. Never tried one of theirs. So this is actually a great question. Any thoughts on the Streamlight TLR7 versus Olight Mini 2? I saw your review on the TLR7 and it looks good and is USA made. The TLR7, I am a huge, huge fan of it. I think I said that in the video. I still have been running that light on my Glock, and I carry it. I have a holster that the TLR7 goes into, and it's a phenomenal light. It's not too heavy. It's not too big and bulky, and I actually really like long lights, but that one is not long, but I'm telling you, I think it is one of the best concealed carry lights ever, and I actually even have the Olight Mini 2, and I prefer the Streamlight way over the Mini 2. I love the flex system where you can choose your drop down switches so you can have them lower or the regular one. I think it's a great product. So I'm a huge TLR7A fan. Matter of fact, a buddy of mine and I were talking about lights tonight on a call, and I highly recommended the TLR7. Also, I've got the TLR9, which is the really long one. And I've been testing it on some pistols and on some rifles. And I've got a kind of a final review on it coming up. And, y'all will get to see that on it. And I'll give you my opinion on it. Because the opinions on that one's probably going to differ. I think a lot of people are going to be like, what? But I've got some pros and some cons on that one. So And I try to have pros and cons on everything. Some stuff I just really, really like. Some stuff I'll have quite a bit of cons on. Let's see here. Bald, it's not stuff for free. I mean, I don't just, people that call up and say, hey, or email me and say, hey, I want to send you some free stuff. A lot of stuff I decline. I don't want just free stuff just for free stuff. If it's nothing I'm going to use and nothing I'm going to recommend, I don't want it. I mean, it's pretty crazy. I actually had a company reach out to me for clothing. And I looked at the clothing and I'm like, do I look like a tactical guru guy? It was tactical clothing. I'm not a tactical clothing guy. I mean, I'll wear that stuff when I go hunting, but I don't just wear it, every day. If I'm missing anything, throw it up. RAB is asking Big J, how's the POF? The POF Rogue 308 is actually awesome. I had that first issue with the, with the bolt carrier group, the key, the gas key coming loose, stripping out, and they sent me a whole new carrier, whole new assembly, and I sent the old one back because they wanted to look at all of the numbers on it and see what happened. And what I think happened is when it was put together and staked, I think the threads were either cross-threaded or something happened. I think it was a fluke, this new one that they've sent me. I've had no issues with it. I've probably put 140 rounds of 308 through it with the suppressor and without the suppressor, and I've pulled it apart. I've checked it. I mean, the gas key is perfectly tight. It's staked, no issues. So, I mean, it's so far it's awesome. I really, really like it. I can't speak for long term because I've only had it for, I probably have over 300 rounds through it now. I would say, yeah, probably close to 300 rounds. But, and I think the first part of it was like 140. Then it failed. But then after that, it's been perfect. And I've been checking it. I've been purposely checking it and found no issues with it. So please send me free money. Uh-oh, I got a big YouTuber texting me. We'll talk to him later. Let's see here. Live and Die by the 44 Special. Now the weight. Yeah, the suppressor weight, like I said, if you think about it, it's going to become an issue. If you don't think about the suppressor weight and just pretend like you don't even have it, then it's kind of a surprise when it comes in. So you're like, yay, get my cans. Because what was funny is the day that we went out long distance shooting, where I had shot my first 1,000 yards ever, and then I hit 11, 12, 100 yards, and I was trying. Then after that, they wanted to go to 1,600 yards, and I was trying that, and I was left and then right and right below it and all that other stuff. Never could hit it. So now my record's 1,200. We left the range. We were driving out of the range, and the gun store called and said, hey, your cans are in. Come by and pick them up. And I was like, man, it's been a great day. I've hit 1,000 yards or 1,200 yards, plus I get my cans. So it was a good day. Work texting you? No, it's a big YouTuber. Big YouTuber. He's a good guy, though. That's the thing. I mean, I've got an 18-inch 308. I've got the Lancer L30 heavy metal, and I love it. It's an incredible rifle. It's awesome. But there's just something about a 12.5 308. I really do, just like those small compact packages so you can carry them on the road with you. And, if something pops off, it's really hard to bust out an 18-inch rifle and just wag it around. It can be done, but with the firepower that thing has, the little 308, it's a beast. And as far as the velocity loss, I do have a buddy who's local to me, and he's got a chrono. So we're actually going to chrono it, the 308 POF, versus my 308 18-inch barrel. We'll use different kinds of ammo, in each rifle, and chrono it and see what it's gonna do. I know it's going to lose some velocity, but I want to see how much it's going to lose. I mean, put it this way. I have a friend of mine who does YouTube, and they have the POF Rogue also. And he was making hits at 700 yards with his with no issue. And that's the POF 308, 12.5-inch. So 700 yards. And when I was talking to Frank, the owner of POF, and of course he's passed, he said he was hitting 750 with his like it was nothing. So with the correct ammo. So no, no, it's not Guns and Gear. It's not Honest. I'm not going to say who they are because I don't know if they want me to say who they are. Okay. What are my thoughts on the HK SP5? I think it's cool. I probably wouldn't ever have one. That's just me personally, but I think it's cool. Let's see here. No, it's not nothing fancy. Yankee Marshall, no. No, I don't have time for drama. Yankee Marshall brings the drama. I'm not a drama person, if y'all know me. I don't tolerate drama. We're all grown-ass men and women. I don't have time for that. All right. Keep cranking out those questions. I'm trying to answer them as fast as I can. And these are flying by. Okay. The Yankees, Kathleen's lover. Okay. It was Hickok 45. No. Let's see here. Yeah, let's don't make this chat about guessing who's on the phone. Put it this way. They have my number and I have their number. That's the thing. Nothing fancy. He doesn't make videos. He makes movies. You're exactly right. I mean, it's 30 or 40 minutes to tell you this gun goes bang every time you pull the trigger. I mean, guess you got to respect what he does, but man, I can't handle that. Hey, what's up, Red Menace? Appreciate you dropping in. Good guy. Uh-oh. I'm in Texas. It was Demo Ranch. Who knows? That's true, Pistol Pete. Nothing fancy is like watching an infomercial. The ShamWow guy. Let's see here. He is thorough for sure. Made you buy a Casio. Yeah, but like I was saying, if you want to watch, some good reviews, I've been watching 9-hole reviews. Great editing. I mean, his are superbly done. I just keep everything real, legit, quick. I'm not the editing guy and all that, but I've really enjoyed their videos. Let's see if I'm forgetting something. Oh, let's see. Let's go to the third page of questions. Have I received any products that I have? Well, the way that they said it, have I received any products that I never did reviews on? And the answer to that is yes. I have received products that were supposedly great products, and I got them and they were pieces of crap, and they weren't made correctly. I don't know if they didn't check anything. I don't know. Matter of fact, some of these wouldn't even fit the guns that they were on the package that they were supposedly made for. And so I didn't even mess with my time. I checked them, and they were very poor quality. 2 of them I actually sent back to the company. The other one said they didn't want it back and I could give it away. And I didn't even feel good about giving it away, so I cut it up. So, and I'm not going to say who they are, but I'm not bashing companies, but they're not companies that I'm going to mess my time and have subscribers look at and maybe consider buying. Because even if I did a review, and this is the way I feel, because I've had people say, why don't you do reviews on bad products? If I do a review on a bad product, I might have somebody still buy that product. They might go, you know what? I want to buy it and try it for myself. And then when they get it, they've just wasted, 50 or 60 or 70 bucks on it. And then they're like, oh crap. Yeah, I shouldn't have bought this. I don't want to be associated or affiliated, and I want to save you your 50 or 60 or 70 bucks. So that's why I don't do reviews on just pure crap. Now, I can have a product and there's some likes that I like about it, and then there's some dislikes. That's understandable. But if you just take it out and it's pure trash and trigger guards exposed and all this other garbage, I'm not messing with it. And I'm not going to waste my time or your time on it. So that's me. All right. Christina, I'm sorry about the last name. I might butcher it, but what red dot would you recommend for a Glock 19? It depends on your price and what you're looking for. For a Glock 19, I really love the SRO. I like the Holosuns. I like the RMRs. The RMR's not my favorite, but if you run the SRO, it's going to overhang the ejection port, so I wouldn't recommend that. But I would recommend, with the time that I have behind them, I would recommend the Holosuns, the 407, 507. I don't know about the new 508Ts. I think they're going to be just as good, but I personally don't have any experience with them, so I don't know. But the Holosuns are doing really well, and I haven't had any problems with them. So I know some people said that they've had some problems, or I've seen and heard that they've had some problems with them. I personally haven't, and I think I have 8 of the 507Cs, and I have 2 of the Delta Point Pros, 3 of the SROs, and I had 1 RMR, but I got rid of it. And Delta Point Pro, I've had a problem with one of them. A quarter of the screen went dead, so I'm going to be sending it back. But I haven't had any problems with the Holosuns yet. So as a matter of fact, I'm carrying a Holosun now. So on my P10C with a comp. So it just depends on what you like. If the window is going to be big enough for you, I would say for field of view, if you're new to dots, the SRO is a very large field of view, and that can help you find the dot quicker. But the Holosun, you can run the circle with the dot, and that can help you find the dot quicker also. So you're not just looking for the little 2 MOA dot. I want to put a dot on my P07. Just never done it and scared they have to cut the slide, and then I'm stuck with it. If you go with a reputable company, Romans, you're not going to have any issues with it. If you go with a reputable company who has done CZs before, I can recommend Vulcan Machine Works. I can recommend Fire for Effect. I can recommend, Slidework Engineering. Those guys do great work. I've had no issues with any of them. So I would just go with a person who has done them before, not you're the first one to try it. They're not going to mess it up. I mean, when they lock it in that fixture and they mill it out, they program it in there for a CZ P07 or P09 or Glock or whatever it might be. And then they cut it, and it's not going to move in that fixture. So I wouldn't be too concerned with it, honestly, if it's a reputable company. Here's the thing. Would I recommend a 507K on a P10S or a larger optic? The P10S, it's just a shorter slide, but it still has pretty good width to it. I would recommend like an RMR, a Holosun 507. When you get the micro, even if it just overhangs a tad on the sides, you're going to be fine. I would recommend a larger optic, a more robust, more durable optic in case you do break it. I'm not saying the 507K is bad. It's probably a great optic, but I would prefer the largest window I could get. And I know that the 507C window is bigger than the 507K. So that would be my opinion. Hello, well, are wheeled and well armed. Let's see here. All right, see how many knobs are having ADs or NDs. Well, I hope no one has that. I hope no one's putting their fingers on the trigger, when making sure their gun's clear. I'm sure it's going to happen, but, I kind of look at it this way. ADs, this is just my belief. Accidental discharges, there's really kind of the only way you could look at an accidental discharge is if it was a gun failure. NDs, negligent discharges, that means the finger was on the trigger. So those happen a hell of a lot more. I've never really seen guns fail and just go off. I know SIG had some issues, back in the day or whatever, but I believe most of them are NDs, not accidental discharges. They're negligent discharges. Yeah. I've had some people, Indie Irish, I've had some people say the same thing. The RMS, shield on their guns, and they would have done the Holosun 507 if it, since it was bigger. I've heard people say that too. Yes. That's the thing also. Where did that comment go? All right. If you put a Holosun 507 on it and say they stop making them and yours breaks, will a different dot company work on the slide? That's the thing about the Holosun 507s. It has the same exact footprint as the Trijicon RMR and the Trijicon SRO. So that is one reason I've gone with them also. You can get, the cut, you can get the RMR cut, and you can run an RMR, an SRO, or a Holosun on there. The Holosun 507s, unless Holosun changes their footprint, which I don't think they're going to offer an RMR type, same footprint, because it's the most popular. So that's what I'm saying. That's why I've done exactly that. When you run a Delta Point Pro cut, or you run a Vortex cut, or you run a Shield cut, you're stuck with those optics, period. So that's why I've chosen to go with the RMR, SRO, and the Holosun cut. So, have I tried Underwood ammo? Yes, I have tried Underwood ammo, and it's good ammo. I haven't shot it a whole lot, but from what I've shot of it, it seems pretty legit. Mateo, you are correct. You are correct. I think, like, what, 3 times? 3 people? That's not good. Okay, and I've talked about this before. I am not the medical guru. I probably even need more medical training, and I think everyone should. One thing that you can check into, there are medical classes in your area. Someone had sent me some before. And I was a volunteer fireman, so I've had some classes, but they weren't super, super legit classes. I do know this, at a lot of smaller fire stations for the cities, they will actually offer your basic medical classes, stop bleeds and things like that, and how to put on tourniquets the correct way and stuff. They'll actually, some of the departments will offer those free of charge in case money is an issue. Or you can look up reputable classes and actually take those where you're going to have to pay for it. And really, honestly, I need more medical training. I'm not going to sit here and fib and say that I have all this medical training, because I do not. Now, I do know how to put on a tourniquet. I know how to stop bleed, or as well as I can. So I would really say do your own research in your areas and see what's provided in your areas. Hey, Roman, you're always welcome, man. Like I said, if I can help, that's what I enjoy doing. So if we can get more people on our sides, that's always a great thing. So that's why I like to do these. Yeah. Let's see here. Her Stop the Bleed, but none around me, Michigan. Yeah, there's different ones. I can't remember who sent me that one time. I can't remember who sent that. Someone sent me a thing and said, "Hey, look these people up," and I looked them up, and they had a one in Dallas, which is like 40 minutes from me, which is not bad, but I just hadn't been able to make it out there yet. But I think it's a great idea to do that. Let's see here. Some other things that I ran into today. Out of the blue, I actually did run across a smoking deal on some 22 LR ammo. It was a smoking deal. So, of course, I bought it, but I could not believe that it was this cheap. So, it was 1,100 rounds, 1,100 round brick, and I got a good deal on it. So, especially in times like now, and not that I need 22 LR ammo, I've got a lot of it, but I shoot a lot of 22 also. So I grabbed it up. And it was just sitting there, and I guess when I asked the guy, I'm like, is that a big old huge brick of 22? And he's like, oh hell, I didn't even know we had that. It was on this bottom shelf, kind of pushed in the back, and I was looking over the counter because I'm tall, and I was looking over the counter, and I was like, holy crap, that's a big old box of 22. So that was a good little grab. Also, I wanted to bring up, I've been asked, this is something I kind of put off. I'm not going to do a full-blown video on it or anything, but I've been asked my opinion on this COVID mask thing. I don't know if y'all want to get into it, but what's my opinion on the COVID mask thing, wearing mask? Honestly, I don't think the mask does squat. That's just my opinion. I've seen all kinds of tests, and I mean, I've used respirators. I've used, like real particulate filters where it catches things, and those work. But just pulling up your shirt or putting a piece of cloth over your face or whatever, if you can really push your breath through it, it's not doing jack. So I'm not really for this crap. I think it's I think it's a control thing, and it's like sheeple following sheeple because somebody says it, and hey, this is what you should do. I'm all for the 6 feet away from each other. I joke around, and people are like, "What do you think about the 6 feet away?" And I'm like, "I don't like people anyway," but I'm just joking. I love everybody, but I think that's the best thing. I don't like the face breathers that get up in your face and start talking to you and doing all that weird stuff anyway. But this mask thing is a joke. And we've got it in Texas, and they have it in Oklahoma, and we've got it in all these different states where it's mandatory you wear a mask into a place of business and all this other stuff. But whatever. Because think about it this way: you're wearing a mask, you got germs on your hands. Even if you wear gloves, okay, I'm touching this thing, then I'm touching that thing, then I'm touching this thing. You're just passing crap all around on gloves. And then you can have 5,000 people in a Walmart, but you can't have, 30 kids in a classroom. I don't know. Trust me, I could get on a soapbox, but I'll just leave it there. But that's what I think of the mask thing. Yeah, no, and I'm not beating anybody up, Roman. I understand what you're saying, but I could stay 6 feet away from you, and whether I'm wearing a mask or you're not, as long as we're not spitting on each other, I think we're going to be good to go. Because the mask, I mean, you can breathe through it, and if you check the mask rating, 99% of the masks that people are wearing are not COVID approved. They are not. They're dust mask. Dust can get in there. So, and some of these dust particles are actually bigger than the COVID virus. So if you really read these things, we would all be wearing respirators. And, if you look at scientists, and this is another thing we're talking about tonight, I was talking about this with another YouTuber. if you're if it's in these big clinical studies and all these virus things, those people walk in with space suits on. I mean, hazmat suits, filtered air, the tubes, the whole work. And they're in those virus areas. They have viruses that they're working on in those clinical areas, enclosed areas. But then they're like, okay, we're going to wear a hazmat suit, and this virus is so bad. But here, put on this little paper mask or pull a piece of cloth over your face, and you're going to be okay. That's what I don't get it. But like I said, I'm not beating up anybody that wears mask. I agree. Keep your distance, wash your hands, don't touch your face. And, these are just my opinions. Yeah, droplet dispersion, I understand. Yeah, and that is true too. Someone said that, let's see, a lot of the masks are made in China, and that's true. I mean, and we can't make everything here. I wish that we could, but unfortunately, it's not set up that way. Maybe it'll go that way, but as of right now, we can't make everything here. I try to buy as much American stuff as I can. If you follow me on Instagram, and I've had people ask me on Instagram why I have an American flag besides the products that I, like put on my guns or whatever. If it's made in America, if it is made in America, it will have an American flag in my description. If it's not made in America, it will not have an American flag next to my descriptions. So, and if you look at them, there's a lot of American flags. On the whole post, it'll have 6 of the products on the gun, and sometimes 5 of them are all made in America. So, yeah, and I've even gone into places that say, mask are mandatory. It'll be posted on the door, and I go in there, and inside there's not one person wearing a mask. Or when they get in there, they tell them to take it. You can take it off if you want to. Staccatos have flags. Yep, they do. Only buy products from Taiwan. Yeah. All right, we're getting, it's 7:48. I want to make sure we can ask or get as many questions as we can. Yeah, and I do buy a lot of products that are made in Texas too. Try to support my home state. Texas doesn't make everything, but, and I always get, well, the phone that you're using is not made in America. Well, that's true. A lot of the computer stuff isn't. But try my best. And all of my Holosons are not made in USA. I've been asked that before too. That's true, Roman. It is a whole nother country. We could put a big fence around Texas and we would be just fine. Except for Austin. We'd have to put a little separate area, would have to have a fence around Austin because it's definitely weird. Man, I posted on Instagram because people, I don't know, but I had a hamburger today for lunch, and I'm actually only eating 1 meal a day. I'm trying to get back to my girlish figure. But I had this crazy hamburger. It was a green hatch chili hamburger with jalapenos on it, and it was amazing. It was so freaking good. People were asking what the hell it was. Oh boy, I've heard about this too. Probably, what are some legit gun shops in the Dallas area? Oh crap, what's that gun shop's name? Ray's Gun Shop and Hardware is one of the oldest gun shops in Dallas. And if you have ever been to Dallas, you've got to go to Ray's. It's actually really cool. It's part hardware store and part gun shop, and they sell everything. You name it, they have it. They even sell nods and RMRs. They sell all kinds of stuff. And it's just a really cool place to go into, but it's called Ray's Guns and Hardware. So you got to try it out. Yeah, check it out. It's a cool place. Romans. That's funny that you said that. I am very, very familiar with Lubbock. Very familiar with West Texas, but super familiar with Lubbock, if this means anything. Oh man, I've been hearing this crap. The black militia's coming to take my crap. Yeah. Okay. Good luck with that. Yes, and we have the Big Texan. If you've ever been to Texas, there's a place called the Big Texan, and it's a 64-ounce steak. And if you can eat the whole steak, the baked potato, the salad, and the piece of Texas toast, you get it all for free. And it looks, the size of it is like a bar stool. It's like that big around, probably that big around, and it's about that thick. It is a freaking monster. There's actually some good gun shops in the Dallas area, but Ray's is probably the coolest place. So check it out. Yes, they are. See, Kim, the Democrats are dying to take it over. Old Francis, he tried his crap, and yeah, that didn't work out too well. But I'm telling you, it's getting close. We have a lot of the Californians moving here, messing up Texas. We've got, and I'm not saying all California people are bad. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to say some of their beliefs are not our beliefs, and they try to California up Texas. Matter of fact, Bald sent me a shirt that said, "Don't California up my Texas," and I appreciate that, Bald. Had it for a couple of years, I think. But yeah, I mean, that can happen to any state. There's other states where a lot of liberals are moving into and trying to push their agenda. Austin is the Berkeley of Texas. It's pretty funny that you say that. I actually have a family member that's from Texas and went to Berkeley, and boy, did her beliefs change. Woo. Berkeley messed her up. So it's always fun at Christmas, put it that way. We have a good time at the Christmas table because her and I do not see eye to eye. Ranger, I really appreciate that, man. Like I said, the other guys, like 17's got kids, and I understand, KS is super busy too. And I try to make this a point to do this as much as I can. I'm glad y'all enjoy it. And yes, we do definitely appreciate the thumbs up. Let's see, any reviews coming up? Yes, I've actually got some reviews on the POF 308. I'm finalizing some stuff, and I've got that coming out. I've also got some 22 stuff coming out that's going to be pretty interesting. I've been testing a particular unit for, oh my gosh, probably 5 or 6 months, and I have shot it a ton, and I can give you some really good information on it. And I'm looking forward to doing that. I've got a new toy that I was talking about earlier that I haven't done anything on, and I'm going to spend a little time with it first, shooting it and things. And then I do have the Vortex Gen 2 Huey. It's the HU1 or whatever. It's the Gen 2. And I've got some stuff coming out on it, kind of like a first review, first thoughts. Because if y'all are aware, I do have astigmatism, and it's a holographic sight. So I want to share some things with y'all, some goods and some bads. But I do have that coming up. Let's see here. I've got some products I've been testing that were sent in, prototype stuff that's pretty cool. As soon as he says I can release and let y'all be aware of it, I will. And I think it's pretty neat. It's something I would have never thought about before. The do enjoy the chats once a week and commenting with familiar names on the chat. Great job, Big J. Hey, I appreciate it, Romans. It means a lot, man. Hey, what's up, Tactical Considerations? I would have called you, buddy, but it ended up that I didn't have enough time to reach out. So I'll catch you next time. Thanks, Double A. I appreciate it. Kind of a first impressions video on the Vortex, in my opinion. The cool thing about the new Vortex Huey also, I forgot to let you be aware of, it is made in the USA. So the Gen 1 was made, I think, overseas. The only thing that is not American, or that is, everything is American made, but the reticle on the Gen 2 Huey is from the UK. So just the reticle, but all the rest of it is USA made, and that's really cool too. Tactical's been at the range all day. That's awesome, man. And like I said, that it's on the Huey. There's some things that I really like, and there's some things that are some things that will make you think, or that you need to think about before purchasing it. That's kind of what I'm going with. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just some differences that you need to be aware of. And I haven't really heard anybody talk about it yet. Some of the things that I'm seeing with it. So I think hopefully you'll enjoy it. And like I said, I'm not the big editing guy and all of that. You'll probably know that about me, but right now I just try to keep everything, as you see it, and just keep it all legit and real and all that. I won't hide anything. So yeah, there's a lot of people that I wish would retire from politics, man. Golly, Pelosi and, our justice, and there's some that have long in the tooth. And they remember back when they could buy a candy bar for 5 cents. So if that tells you anything, stuff has definitely changed. And also, if y'all want to ever reach out or you have questions, hit me up on Instagram. You can shoot me DMs and stuff like that. I try to answer those too. I get a lot of people that ask me a lot of questions, so I actually write them down and use them for some of these chats. And then I'll answer you personally if you ever want to hit me up. So check me out on Instagram. I do a lot of stuff over there that you're not even seeing on YouTube. I don't even put it up on YouTube. First peek. So if you want to see like what I'm getting or what I've gotten and what I'm testing, I put it up on Instagram. And then there are times where I'll test it for 4 or 5 months before I even put it on YouTube. So, if y'all want the inside scoop, go to Instagram. Oh, here we go. Bagger Bro. Hey, Big J. Just got my Shadow 2 back from getting it milled for a Holosun and a Cerakote job done. I also used your code for lock grips. Much love from Nebraska, brother. Hey, I appreciate it, man. Lock grips are awesome grips. I don't know who did your Shadow 2. You can tell me, maybe it was Fire for Effect. I don't know. But, yeah, if you haven't checked out Fire for Effect, man, they do some awesome Shadow 2 stuff. But, yeah, Bagger, if you want to shoot a picture of it and send it, over to me on Instagram, I'd love to check it out, unless you have a channel or something where I could check it out. But I always love seeing what people do to their shadows and their Cerakote jobs. I like crazy stuff. Everybody knows that about me. So I try to, throw all the pictures up on Instagram too. The new thing that I got is Cerakoted. But it came this way, but it is a special edition. So I'll give you that little tidbit. So that might make you think. Yeah. I've been to Houston many times. When I lived in Houston, people told me that most Texans thought Houston too cosmopolitan to be considered part of Texas. Yeah, I've heard that about Dallas too. What's funny is, I remember way back in Houston, or when Houston was a big oil area, like they were known for that. And it's really not anymore. There's still, oil companies there and stuff like that, especially out on the coast. But it was, It was known. Everybody thought people in Houston wore 10-gallon hats, and in Dallas too, because of the show Dallas with J.R. Ewing back in the day. Everybody thought everybody wore 10-gallon hats and boots and stuff. I was wearing boots and hat and cowboy hats back before it was even popular, I think, or I was a little kid, you know, when I was doing that. Still do it. Just don't wear many cowboy hats. I mean, I've got a bunch of them, but I don't wear them like all the time like I used to. Yes, I love orange. Orange is definitely the way. That is true. Okay, Mark, you and I have to talk. Beto, his name is not Beto. His name is Francis. We got to get that. We got to get that right out of the box. That's a name that's supposedly a nickname he was given, but it's Francis. So we're going to stick with Francis. But yeah, he's done. But man, there's going to be people out, you know, right after him trying to do the same thing. So who shot JR? Man, I remember all that crap, Romans. Good Lord, there's T-shirts. Who shot JR? I mean, that was billboards. It was all over the place. And you know what's funny? I don't even remember who shot JR. I don't know if we ever found out. I can't remember. It's been so long ago. I was way young back then, or younger. But yeah, it's 8 o'clock. If y'all have any more quick questions, I can try to answer them real fast. I'll go to about 8:05, and then I'm going to jump off. I've got to pack everything up and do all that good stuff. But Californication. Yes, I remember that. There was even a show, I think, on Showtime or something called that. Jeannie did it. Yep. Yeah. Romans, I'm sure we are. I'm sure we are. But, you know, it really, you know, so I can go ahead and give my thanks and everything. I really appreciate all of y'all being on here. It really makes it a fun time. I try to make it as fun as possible, but also try to answer all the questions that I can. I don't know everything. Trust me. I learn stuff new every day. But, you know, this really is a big thing for me. I enjoy doing it. I enjoy spending Wednesday evenings with all of y'all, and y'all make it a hell of a lot of fun. So let's see, Bald. How many guns you gun with you? I have 2, and I can't show them on here because I'll get in trouble. Thanks, Aaron. I appreciate it, buddy. Y'all are all welcome. Trust me, y'all make this happen. Christian Shepherd shot JR. Who was Christian Shepherd, Kelvin? I can't remember what her character was. Tell me, was it? I know it wasn't Sue Ellen, somebody else. But I appreciate y'all so much. Where did he go? The comment went away. I don't know if Fissure 6 Covered is about to start a chat or not. I don't want to interrupt his chat. So I'll go ahead and jump off. I appreciate y'all so much. If y'all have any questions after this, please leave them. I'll answer. Y'all can hit me up on Instagram if you want to. But I appreciate y'all so much. Have a great evening. And remember, an unarmed nation is a very weak nation, so we all got to carry on. Take care, everyone. Be safe out there.